Hola, 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 Ken P in the chat. It's nice to see you, my friend, and we are here today. It is the Sports Corner YouTube channel for the MLS Watchalong. The game is not delayed. It should be kicking off at 8:50, I think, Ken, if I'm not mistaken. But before the game kicks off, I'll show you who you're joined by today. It is me, it is KL. We are back for another week of MLS action. It shouldn't be delayed. And it's alright, Daz, don't worry, I can understand Ola. Don't worry about it, I can understand that means hello. I don't think the game is delayed. It kicks off at about 8:50, if I'm not mistaken, or it should do. And as I do, I can see it on the screen to my right. But let's go through the starting 11. It's nice to see you, Ken P. How are you, my friend? Hope you're having a good day. And as I see Daz, hi Daz, how are you doing? It's nice to see you, as always, in the chat. Let us know what you've been up to today, as always. And it's alright, let him type Ola. So the basic words I can understand. A cheeky bonjour wouldn't go amiss. I know all the words, but let's look at the two teams in today's game between San Jose Earthquake and FC Dallas in the MLS. This is the home team. It is San Jose Earthquakes. In net is JT Marcinkovsky, Paul Marie, who scored a wonder goal from left back last week. He gets a start. Oswaldo Alanis and Florian Jungwirth as the back two. Tommy Thompson is at right back. Midfield three of Jackson Ewell, Eric Remedy and Javier Lopez. And up front it's a front three of Carlos Fierro, Cade Cowell and Christian Espinoza. And they have a bench. For anyone who recognises the MLS, you'll know Chris Wondolowski, absolute legend of the game. Salinas, Beeson, Skahan Vega, Hadji, Rios, Calvillo and Tavares as well. San Jose Earthquakes team there, and we'll move on to the away team. It is FC Dallas. If I could get the home team off the bloody screen. There's the away team. It is Jimmy Maurer in goal for FC Dallas. It's Jose Martinez, Matt Hedges and Bressan at the back. It is John Nelson, Brian Acosta, Tanner Tesman and Ryan Hollingshead makes a midfield four. And it's a left forward and right forward of Jada O'Brien, Freddy Vargas and then Franco Jara, the Chilean up top. And the bench looks like this. It's Manjoma, Carrillo, Riquarte, Burgess, Pepe, Pomykal, Elmedkar, Seeley and Miguel Laro. There we go. And I will be back, and I'll just get to some of your comments in the chat just as the game looks ready to get kicked off. We're not underway just yet, but hi Kyle, it's nice to see you as always, mate. I'm doing bloody brilliant today. If you know why, let me know in the chat, but I'm doing absolutely fantastic. Even so far, Kyle, as I've got a beverage, and I never have a beverage on the stream. But there you go. As Travelling Deafy Guy puts, how do you watch the game on Twitter? You don't have to watch it on Twitter, mate. What you can do, if you're in the UK, it might work in America as well. If you go onto the internet and literally put in Premier Sports, they have a free sports section where you can watch this game for free as the keeper makes a mistake within a minute. And FC Dallas almost score within the first minute of the game. The San Jose Earthquake goalkeeper, Marcinkovsky, gets caught on the ball. He's tackled and Jada O'Brien just needs to put it into an empty net, but the keeper gets up well. Good reactions from the keeper, and he kind of instinctively reacts to the mistake he just made. But FC Dallas within a minute, Jara nicking the ball off Marcinkovsky, and then Jada O'Brien, all he needed to do was place that into the empty net. Keeper got up well, made a good save with a leg, and Dallas will get a corner. That is 45 seconds in. Nervy start from San Jose Earthquakes, who were looking to rectify their defeat from last week. But it's nice to see you all. Make sure to put your comments in the chat. I'm not sure if we're having a check for VAR maybe, but the corner will come in. And I will get back to your comments soon enough. The corner is whipped in. It's met at the near post. And it's off the top of the crossbar. And what a start for FC Dallas in this one. Within a minute, they could have scored 2 goals already. And that one was from the head of Bressan, who almost found the back post. And then Jacob Alali says, hi, what is this today? This is the MLS Watchalong, my friend. So we're crossing the pond to America and we're watching along FC Dallas and San Jose Earthquakes. We're not showing the game, unfortunately, of course, but I'll be giving you my best to try and tell you what's occurring in the game. But it's nice to see you, my friend, in the chat. And travelling deficit, I say kickoff should be 4:50. I mean 3:50. Yeah, we're underway now. Free Sports is a little bit late. There's no sort of build-up or anything. But if you are in the UK, sometimes you see these games, and it's another nick of the defence by Jada O'Brien. Goes to square it to Jara, and it's a good interception. But San Jose Earthquakes dawdling on the ball twice already in the opening minutes in the defence, and they've almost been punished by FC Dallas. It could be 2-0, only 2 minutes in. San Jose Earthquakes, they're trying to build it from the back. But in that, they're getting dispossessed extremely high up the pitch if you are FC Dallas. And the stream has just gone, but it's back, and there we go. And now it's San Jose Earthquakes. First real attempt to get forward, and it'll be cleared by Dallas. I'll go back to the chat just now. But San Jose Earthquakes, a tight line they are riding right now, as FC Dallas definitely bringing the game to San Jose, as I will get back to the chat. My apologies. As he puts, Chris says, hi mate, hope you're all well. Of course you're in a good mood. Of course I am, my friend. I am in an absolutely delightful mood. There was limbs earlier today. My team, Hull City, getting promoted to the Championship. We're back where we belong. Come on, the boys. As it does put hi, Sir MLS League Football. And he puts Jacob Alec, Daz, okay, what's this guy's name? My name's Kieran. Sorry, my friend. Hello, Jacob. Nice to see you. My name's Kieran. As Cal's put, has he got something to do with Hull's promotion? Next up, the League One title. I will absolutely be delighted if it is the League One title. I'm not getting ahead of myself. I just want to get promoted. That's all. I was happy. Happy as Larry. But if we get the title, that'll mean so much more. And Travelling Deafy Guy, hi mate. It's Premier Sports. If you actually, do you know what? I'll write in the chat for you. My name's KL1602. It's that one, mate. And they should have there's a free sport player, and then you get to watch the game through that. But San Jose Earthquakes building finally settled down in the game as Thompson drives down the right. He's going to take it wide, goes to drill it across the box. The original cross is deflected, but San Jose Earthquakes will recycle the ball and earn a throw-in deep in Dallas territory. And there you go, terrible Deafy Guy, Travelling Deafy Guy, sorry, it is in the chat right now. As Kyle puts, terrible goalkeeper, terrible miss. Yeah, credit to the keeper, did well to get up and get a foot to that, but terrible goalkeeping. Didn't even feel like he sensed the pressure from Jara. And Jara, an experienced striker, been in the MLS a couple of years now, or a few years I should say, and he nicked in front. Jada O'Brien, unfortunately, couldn't quite find the corner he wanted to, but I've got to admit, credit to the goalkeeper. Terrible mistake, but he rectified it not too long after. But a really hot start to this game, and I thought there was going to be a through ball on the right-hand side. There were a good overlap provided by Vargas, but unfortunately not to be. As I've just seen in the chat, Kieran, are we playing red card or yellow card tonight? You could play yellow. We'll go yellow. First yellow card when we're seeing it. Let me know, of course, when you think there'll be a yellow card. Daz, sorry, in the chat. As Chris, but good to see you having a good day. I know Carlisle lost today, Chris, and for Liverpool conceded a last minute, or they were losing at half time, Carlisle. I'm not sure if they lost the full game, but you'll have to let me know. As Earthquakes lines it up for a shot on the edge of the box, and it's picked up. It'll be recycled. The man on the ball there was Cowell. It's now over to the wing with Fierro, and his low cross is going to kind of peter out at the other side for a goal kick. But I hope you've got the website in the chat there, my friend. As Carl says, I hope you all don't mind me saying, but hey, all new people in chat, please don't spoil anything like goals, etc. As this watching was 1 minute or so behind, so hold on until a reaction from the host. It will be greatly appreciated. Thanks for understanding. Kyle, you absolute legend. You've been in the stream long enough. Yeah, unfortunately, we're a little minute or so behind, and we like to react naturally. You know, you want to see the natural reaction for the goal, and if it's spot for it, it's a lovely ball over the top. O'Brien's on the end of it, gets shoved, and the keeper comes out, and I think the keeper's got a hold of it, and I think surely it's got to be a corner. The ref's going to give a goal kick. Jada O'Brien, and again, the man in the action within the first 6 minutes. He's one-on-one with the keeper. Keeper comes out well and claims at the feet. And I thought it was originally going to be given as a corner, but it's gone out for a goal kick. And San Jose Earthquakes can breathe another sigh of relief, as they could be 2 or 3 down already in this game. And he's going with 10 minutes. First yellow card. Do you know what? If you're right, Daz, I'll be very impressed. I'll be very impressed. Because that means an early nitty-gritty foul. But with 6.5 minutes to go, Earthquakes have got to try and settle this tempo down a little bit. Because Dallas, when they go forward, are just preying on the San Jose Earthquakes mistakes and the lapse in concentration that the Earthquakes have had so far. But what a game this is hopefully going to be if it continues like this. It's a good long ball over to Cowell. It's some nice chest control. Decent dribbling from the striker. It's over to Marie, who, if you didn't see his goal in the last match week, absolutely brilliant from him. And that should be a corner to San Jose. First of the game as Hollingshead puts the ball behind. And let me just get back to the chat for a minute. Thank you, Carl, for putting that in the chat. I appreciate it. Chris has put, would it be nice to see at least one of my teams win instead of turning into bottle pepper pigs? Carlisle drew 1-1. Both of my teams, like I said, bottle pepper pigs, yeah. I mean, especially the Liverpool one, man. Like, 95th minute. I know I saw a goal got disallowed by Callum Wilson as well. Unbelievable from Liverpool and Carlisle, of course. I know Carlisle won. Oh, it's a good header and it's cleared off the line. I'm going to pause for a moment because San Jose, they had their first effort of the game and it was a free header from a corner. Terrible marking by Dallas and it was cleared well off the line. But that's a terrible switch of play by Vargas and San Jose building into this game, and that was the first real opportunity. It would have been harsh on Dallas if they'd have took the lead after the earlier chances, but big chance for Dallas. I'm pretty sure it was one of the centre halves. It was either Jungwirth or Alanis that got onto the end of it, I think, with a towering header, which was low into the bottom right-hand corner, but cleared off the line well. And what a start we've had to this game. And we're almost 10 minutes in, Daz. I've took a note of it. We're almost 10 minutes in. We're at the 8-minute mark as some nice defending on the left-hand side. I think that's by Nelson, or is it the left centre-back Martinez? I'm not quite sure from this angle, as it's a lovely 1-2 as well. And I think, again, this is O'Brien, who's two 1-2s with the midfielder, and his cross is just over everyone. Some lovely 1-2s in the middle with Tessman. Give and go. Absolutely wonderful from O'Brien, but his end product today has been the only thing lacking from that man's performance, as he has grabbed this game by the scruff of the neck within the first 9 minutes. But if you are new, please do put a comment in the chat and we can talk anything you want to talk about football, as it's always nice to see Kyle, Chris, Daz. Good to see you guys here as usual. As Chris has put, Liverpool having shambolic season anyway, top 4 or not, while Carlisle completely bottled it this season. Let it sink in, both teams were top of their leagues. Yeah, at points they were both top of their leagues, and of course you've got to have nerves to stay top of the league, and you've got to kind of see out difficult performances. Unfortunately, like Liverpool today, you can't be conceding a late goal like that. But yeah, they were both top of the leagues at some point. But still, a couple of weeks to go. Can you still mathematically get playoffs? Because if you can get playoffs, you might be able to sneak in. I'm not sure about mathematics in the League 2 table anyway, because I know in League 1 it's a little bit tight. I know Charlton are just on the periphery at the moment and they can hop in eventually. But yeah, tight league tables coming into the final 3 weeks. We're very excited to do some watch-alongs on that. But this one specifically is for the MLS. This is coming off 2 teams that didn't pick up a victory in week 1 of the season. San Jose unfortunately lost 2-1 to Houston Dynamo, whereas Dallas, they had a 0-0 draw with Colorado Rapids, and there's a long searching ball over the top for O'Brien, who seems to be the weapon of choice for FC Dallas in the opening 10 minutes, but it's a really strayed long ball, and it's another actually weak poor pass by San Jose, which gives Dallas the ball back. Lots of turnovers in possession. It's Ken People's first time viewer here. Great to see you, Ken. Hopefully you enjoy the stream and you can watch along with us and react to all the in-time action. If you are watching the game, or if you want to watch the game, as I say, Premier Sports / the free sports player that they have. You can watch it free of charge in the UK. It's absolutely brilliant. As Kyle did put also, KL, for some strange reason when I put the website link in, it gets deleted. It happened at the end of darts and start of A-League watch-alongs. Rowan knows, so I thought I'd tell you all. That's strange. The website, the Sports Corner website, that is a shame. I wonder if we've got something like, do you know, like them Twitch people have, like ban people who have links. Maybe there's some setting that if you put links in, they ban you. But we want the links in the chat. As I'll talk to Josh and I'll try and figure that out, mate. As you say, if it was happening with the darts and the A-League as well, massive shame. But Rowan had a hell of a game in the A-League the other day. Unfortunately, it got cut off halfway through because of Streamlabs. But I remember we all went into his room to watch the final kind of couple minutes of that game, as it was a 5-4. If we could have a 5-4 here, I'll be very happy. It could have been 5 for Dallas in the opening couple of minutes, but San Jose, they've had their chance as well. But within 11 minutes, it remains goalless. As Ken P, nice to see you, first time viewer, and if he's watching the game, that's absolutely brilliant. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. With the 11 minutes gone, if you were here for the first one, we'll forget the first one ever happened. The second one, though, the 3-2 last week between LA Galaxy and Inter Miami, what a game that was to watch. As if you wonder why I'm keep turning to me right here, this is where the screen is. Unfortunately, it's not behind me, it's just to my right, so I'm kind of switching between the two to give you the best coverage as possible. As Kyle puts, welcome all new watchers in chat, hope you all enjoy and have a great time. Thank you very much, Kyle. It's always appreciated. I do hope everyone has a good time. And who doesn't like, you know, a bit of football at this time? There's other games on at the same time. You've got Sheffield United, Brighton, and stuff like that. But this is a big game in the MLS. Both teams trying to pick up their first victory of the MLS season. We'll talk through what it means for the league and the conferences at the end of this game. As a bit of a feisty challenge on the floor now, and there's 12 minutes gone, and the referee is not getting the yellow cards out. It's just a little bit of feisty between Jara and between Remedy, but you know, the referee coming over ironically remedied the situation, and they're both kind of fine. It was a bit of handbags from the boys in the middle there, as there's a ball on the left hand side which is just out of the reach of Marie, as 13 minutes are played. And it's nice because San Jose have finally dropped the tempo a little bit, and you know, they've finally got their foot on the ball, and after a nervy start where they could have been 1-0 down, they're growing into the game and having more opportunities. As there few wasteful moments in possession, but besides that, fine. As Ken puts, thanks, group in San Jose. Oh, brilliant! So you're a San Jose Earthquakes fan, I presume. Obviously, we were looking in the chat last week. We're trying to see what every team supports. I know Will, my friend, is an FC Dallas fan because he supports the Dallas Cowboys. I'm a Minnesota United fan because I support Minnesota Vikings, that sort of thing. So if you do support San Jose, let me know your predictions in the chat for this one. From the way the game started, I didn't get to put a prediction in because unfortunately the coverage started a little bit later than I would have liked. But I'm going to go with 2-1 Dallas, unfortunately. Sorry, Ken, please don't leave. But I think it'll be 2-1 to Dallas. I will get to your chat as well, Chris and Daz, in just a moment's time. But Dallas are coming forward. They're going over the top again. And O'Brien making a lovely run. Or is it Jara, I think, making a lovely run? It's Jara, a lovely run into the channel. A ball into the midfield. And it's Tessman. He drills it low. And he's found the fullback. It's crossed into the box and headed clear. But Dallas again building well through the thirds. And it's a really good fight back of possession for Fierro. And he can drive from the right. Tries to get the ball through, but it's good defending at the back. But he's dispossessed. And now it's a 4-on-3 for San Jose. The ball is out on the left with Espinoza. I'll tell you what, he's jockeyed well by the defender, and he's had to go wider than he would have liked, but it has fell to Ewell, who strikes from range, and that is well and truly outside the ground at the moment. As I'll go back to Chris's chat, my friend, as Carlisle are 5 points behind playoffs with 3 games remaining. Next game away to Cheltenham, rip to us, too much points to gain now, in my opinion. Yeah, it's not impossible, it's looking improbable for you. But, you know, you've got to rely on other teams, and that for me is the worst one, when you've got to rely on other teams. I absolutely hate it. I was talking about Gladbach earlier, and Gladbach have had to rely on Leverkusen to lose today. Leverkusen didn't lose. Gladbach out of the race, unfortunately. So that's the kind of thing where I'm a bit like, you know, if you have to rely on other teams, there's no guarantee that they're going to mess up, and unfortunately that knocks your team. You've got to do the business yourself on the pitch. I don't know if you agree with me, Chris, but for me, I like it to be in my own hands, and then if we lose from there, it's just poor performance, and there's not much we can do about it. As he puts, my niece who's nearly 1 year old got more nerves than both my team. Well, I tell you what, Wilkes had nerves of steel today, so I think your 1 year old has nerves like Wilkesy, which is a positive thing, don't get me wrong. As there's a foul on the San Jose Earthquakes midfielder, I think that was actually the fullback Marie getting forward, and he's getting pulled the whole way, and he takes a tumble, and it will go down as a free kick. As Kyle puts, he doesn't care who wins, he just wants goals, and that to me is the best thing about football. If you're a neutral, sometimes, as long as you watch a good game, it doesn't matter, and you may even get an affinity for a team when they get, like, you know, if a team plays and you watch a 4-3, you know, something like that. As it's going to be a cross into the box by Lopez, I think, is the one who stands over it. It's a little bit central for a shot, but it's good to get a whip ball in. Strong line on the edge of the 18 from Dallas. Movement by all the players in the middle, and they go for a nice side pass to Cowell. He takes a strike. I don't think that's how they would have practiced it on the training ground, I'll be honest, from Earthquakes. As Ken Peoples, Ewell dishing out souvenirs. And I tell you what, the man in the souvenir shop was ducking from Ewell's shot before. He could have broke a few souvenirs with that one. It was absolutely horrific. He took a few burgers and hot dogs with him with that shot. But he has whipped a nice ball out to the left-hand side as we're mocking him. It's Espinosa. Cuts inside his right. Goes down. Penalty. San Jose. And Espinosa, with a little bit of trickery on the right foot, knocks it with the outside of his foot, baits the defender into making a challenge. And Bressan bites and gives away the penalty. And Espinosa, with a little bit of close control, just knocks it to the right. It's O'Brien. He baits into the challenge. I apologise. It was Bressan who was shadowing. O'Brien comes steaming in from the side. Gets a foot. Not at all on the ball. And it's a definitely deserved penalty for San Jose. And the man who earned the penalty, Espinosa, will take the penalty. It's a definite pen. O'Brien, who had the early chances and he missed them all, and he could have been the hero. He is definitely now the villain of this FC Dallas piece. With 18 minutes to go, let's have a look if San Jose can slot away the penalty. O'Brien's still talking to the goalkeeper. He's hoping that he can kind of rectify the mistake he made. So he's give Maura a good high 10, and Espinosa stands over the penalty from 12 yards. Can he put San Jose, who had a nervous start, in front in this game? The ball is on the spot. He strikes. Saved by Maura. He does rectify the mistake. It stays 0-0. Maura has saved the penalty from Espinosa. He atones for O'Brien's error, and the vote of confidence that the winger gave him must have worked. It was a good height for the goalkeeper, not fully in the right-hand corner of the goalkeeper's net, and Maura gets down well and saves. And Espinosa, who won the penalty, he's gone from hero to villain as he has his penalty spot saved. Unbelievable. Dallas have a lifeline in this game. And Maura with the big save. As I say, it was down to Maura's right, not quite in the corner. It was hit with plenty of venom by Espinosa, but the man who earned it cannot put it away. And San Jose rue their mistakes in this game, as Dallas did early on. But now they have a corner on the left-hand side, and what a great way it'll be to bounce back from that penalty miss if they can score from the resulting corner. And it's a short one. Trying to get a better angle, and it's whipped in towards the near post, headed on at the near post, but trickles out with 20 minutes played. And what a hectic start to this one. Maura, the hero in this one. Yeah, it's poor. It's not in the corner from Espinosa, but brilliant save by Maura. Guessed the right way and made the save, and that's all you can ask for from the goalkeeper. As Chris has put, can't have to remain in games now, in my opinion. Have to win, I presume you mean, in my opinion, to have even a chance of finishing in the playoff places. Yeah, if you win your games, unfortunately you're relying on others too, but if you win your games, there's not much else you can do. But you have to win them, and we'll have to see if they can kind of improve their bottle, as you've been saying over the last couple of weeks, and get over the line, and hopefully maybe sneak in. And because if you're in the playoffs, you've always got a chance. Ask Huddersfield, ask Wickham, even though Wickham shouldn't have been in the playoffs anyway. But you know, be that as it may, they're probably out. They're out of the championship anyway, I think. So yeah, if you're in the playoffs, you've got a chance. But a long way till the playoffs in the MLS, and it's a long way till this game ends. And what a start it's been, as Cowell has dropped deep after a sliding tackle and robs the ball. It's Lopez on his left foot, drives past one in the middle. He's bodied off the ball, and it's a really good bit of midfield work by Tessman for Dallas. And they'll go a long ball over the top. There's no one chasing that one. It's kind of into an area where no one is covering on the pitch. and it'll be back to San Jose. But a really good start from both teams in this one, as Ken puts very poor defending from O'Brien. Yeah, I think O'Brien rushes into the challenge. It's rash, sticks a leg out, and I think, as we saw with Bressan, he was shadowing, he was jockeying, he was making sure there's space between man and ball, and then O'Brien just came steaming and Espinosa knocks it past him, and he just felt the contact and went down. Very naive, I would say, from Jada O'Brien there, which caused a penalty. But Maura, with the save, which keeps them, level terms in this game. As Daz has put, who do you think will make the Champions League, Kieran, from the Premier League sides this year? Chelsea? I think the top four. Chelsea, Leicester, Man United, Man City. I think that'll be the four contingent that make it from the Premier League. Unfortunately, I think West Ham will drop out, and hopefully they'll still stick with Europa. But I think that'll be the team we'll see, as Dallas pick up a free kick just close to the halfway line. As Marcelo Constantino says, muy malo. Right, I'm okay with Ola. I don't know what that means, lads. I'll be honest. Nice to see you, Marcelo Constantino. Amazing name, I will say. But if anyone could translate in the chat to what that means, because I hope I've not said something offensive, because I don't know what that means. But he says, muy malo. Hola, or hello, or whatever it may be. I need a translator for that one. But hello, Marcelo. I hope you're enjoying it. Nice to see you as always if you are new. As Dallas picking up the ball. I think it was Jara now dropping deep, and he'll lay it off to the back three. They're looking for space on the wing again, and as I say earlier in the game, Cowell's been dropping deep to win the ball back, and he does it really well. Industrious work from the striker as he knocks it past one. He's going to run into space. He's going to try and outpace. Oh, he was going to try and outpace Hedges, and Hedges puts in a beautiful sliding tackle, takes both the ball and shields it from the man at the same time. He tried to knock it past him and just use his pace against Hedges, but Hedges with a brilliant bit of defensive work, a great sliding tackle. It means very bad, but I don't know what he's saying that's very bad. Maybe he's an FC Dallas fan, and it's very bad that his team have missed a penalty. Marcelo, you'll have to let me know the context behind the very bad. Hopefully it's not me. I apologise if it is. It could be meaning me. I am very bad. That could be it. But hopefully not, as a free kick is given to San Jose, and I think we're going to see the first yellow card of the game, and it will be for Acosta, number 8, the central midfielder. Daz, you are 15 minutes late for yellow card bingo. You said 10 minutes, it's come at the 25th. Acosta tackles Cowell in the midfield. It's a dangerous collision. I think he tries to get the ball. Cowell gets there first, and it is a poor tackle from Acosta. And Acosta is booked. As I think Ken P puts, what is very bad, which is good if you two can speak Spanish and Ken can translate for me. That's fantastic. It's like having your own Google Translate in the chat. It's brilliant. But FC Dallas try and clear the ball. It bounced off the referee, and they'll get the drop ball. I'm pretty sure. I will get to your comments there, Chris. But yeah, Daz, Champions League, the same four it is now. Leicester, Chelsea, City, United. That'll be my top 4 anyway, if I had to guess. As Chris has put, positive is we be keeping the same team as this season. Mostly all have signed contract extensions. We are a good team, just need to improve in certain areas. Right back, right wing, a proven goal scoring striker. Yeah, because if you've got a man who can score goals, look at Cambridge, Paul Mullen. Look at us, we've got a front three that can score goals for fun. You've always got a chance. And if you can have a defence that, just can shore it up, never concedes more than one, you've always got a chance if you've got that proven goal scorer. Definitely right there, Chris. But, as you say, hopefully you can pick up where you left off if you don't make it this year, which hopefully not. Hopefully you will, sorry. As Daz put 1-1 Sheffield United. Let me know who scored for Brighton in the chat. If it's Ali Reza Yahan Baksh, we're having limbs. I don't think it is, but we'll hope it is in the end, as that'll be an FC Dallas throw in. This game just simmering down a little bit after a really hectic first 20 minutes. Both teams are simmering down, and it's just showing a close-up of Almeida, the San Jose Earthquakes manager, who overall, after the start his team could have made, would have been genuinely happy, but that missed penalty, that'll be absolutely devastating for the manager, as he would have thought he could have had a 1-0 lead entering the second half. And I think both teams have most definitely had their chances as we are halfway through the first half of this clash. And it's a lovely bit of 1-2 football again from FC Dallas, this time on the left-hand side. And it's going to be brought out from the back by Hollingshead. Tessman in the middle, kind of linking the play. Jada O'Brien's now switched to the left-hand side. I think Vargas has come to the right. But besides that, no real tactical changes from either side within the first 20 minutes, which 27 minutes we're now reaching up to, as both teams have had more than their fair share of chances. As Carlsport heard yesterday that the Aviva Stadium has been removed as a host stadium for the Euros. I was disappointed and a bit angry, but when I calmed down, I kind of understood him. Feel for all involved during the long project. Will be a hard watch for me, the Euros. Yeah, it'll be a massive shame because I know that they had the original like travelling all across Europe kind of thing to do the Euros, and God forbid that's the first time they've done it in a long time, and then for that to be the year that has been impacted by COVID, absolutely sod's law in it. You know, the 1 year you don't have one host country is the year you need one host country. But FC Dallas have nicked the ball back on the left hand side. It's Jada O'Brien again. He passes it through to Jara, shoots it in the near post, and he only finds the billboards behind the goal. But another chance for Dallas, and it was from Jara, the left foot of the Chilean, went for the near post, but just reached the side netting. But yeah, I understand, Kyle. It is a shame because you want to see your country represented either in the tournament or represented via the stadiums or stuff like that. And because of in any other year, you'd probably be okay. It's just the fact that 2020/2021 is unfortunately the year that this decision has been made. But, you know, hopefully next time round, because it's not that long till the next Euros now. Lads, get in. As the ball's brought forward by Ewell, who had that horrendous shot earlier in the game. I'm sorry, that's the only thing I remember him by, but it's picked up by Lopez, who takes it past one, and he's met well at the back by Martinez, who lumps it clear, but it's another wave of attack by San Jose. But they'll slow it down a bit. They'll try and get their foot on the ball, pass it between the midfield and defence. Marie providing the width on the left-hand side. But now they've kind of played it all the way back to the centre-backs, and they'll build from the back as they try to do in the opening couple of minutes, kind of to their own peril, really, that they did that with almost conceding early on. But that's a brilliant decisive pass to Thompson, I should say. Thompson with some nice tricky footwork. He'll go for the back heel. It'll be crossed in, and it'll be in towards Cowell, but nothing can come of it. And it's some lovely tricky footwork by Jada O'Brien, and that is a cynical tackle. He's tripped up and the ref's not giving it. I don't believe it. The ref's not giving it. Maybe he thinks Jada O'Brien has dived there, but so we're drilled cross and Cowley gets on the end of it, and it's straight into the keeper hand. But I was convinced that Jada O'Brien was taken out while he was trying to break. I thought he was tripped. I'm hoping to see a replay soon to be able to give you a more definitive option of whether he was tripped, but he was driving on the left-hand side, some lovely footwork, nutmegs a man, and then as he drives forward, I thought he was tripped up from behind, but apparently not. As Chris puts, can't be bothered with my niece buffet party tomorrow. She's 1 year old. She's not going to know. She's not going to know about it. That's true. Probably won't remember it. But Thompson on the right-hand side, he's going for a lofted pass towards the back post. It's well kept in. It's going to be hit by Remedy on the volley. And there's claims for a handball by San Jose. I don't think they're going to be given. I tell you what, Lopez is apoplectic, as is Remedy, that this has not been given, this handball penalty shout. But I didn't see it. I thought it was lashed very close to the Dallas centre half. And by the looks of it, there's a stop in play. Remedy takes the strike. It's a half volley from the edge of the box. His arm is out. His arm is well and truly out. It'll be interesting to see whether or not it's in the box. But I wouldn't be shocked if this is given. It could be given against Tessman. I'm just going to put the headphones on a second. It's a video review. Remedy takes a half volley from the edge of the box. Tessman is like this. One hand is in, one hand is out. It hits this one here, and he's inside the box. I think this is given. It's not a natural position. I think this is a penalty. In my opinion, it needs to be sent again. It's inside the box. His arm is out here. Not natural. I think it's going to be given as a penalty by the ref. The referee is coming back from the VAR. As Kyle says, he thinks it's a penalty. I think it's a penalty. Does the referee in San Jose think it's a penalty? Let's have a look. He's jogging to the edge of the box. No symbol made. He blows his whistle. Penalty! Penalty to San Jose. It's their second of the game. Espinosa stood over the first one and missed it. This time Remedy takes the half volley from the edge of the box. Tessman, hands in an unnatural position. And it's take two for San Jose from the penalty spot. Tessman, I would say he's trying to plead his innocence, but I don't think he can plead anything there, to be honest with you. I think it's most definitely a penalty. As I'm going to try and see if I can change the score. There we go, just in case. I'm ready, just in case this goes in. But Maura saved the last penalty. Maybe I shouldn't be ready. Maybe I should be thinking that this could be saved. As Ken Peoples' ref seems allergic to the whistle. It took him a while. I tell you what, he ran back on and it took him a while before he made the decision. But it's another penalty for San Jose. Round two goes to the left of the keeper, sorry. And the keeper was close to saving it, I've got to admit. But Alanis, the centre-back, has put San Jose in the lead with a strong penalty. The keeper guessed right again. But unfortunately on this occasion, it was too fast, too powerful, and too far into the corner of the net. So it is 1-0 to San Jose. He was close to getting it, was Maura, but Alanis, the centre-back, with the left foot into the keeper's bottom left, and it's 1-0 to San Jose from their second penalty as Chicken Dude's crew puts goal. It is a goal. And it's 1-0 to San Jose. And it's Alanis, the centre-back. He took over from Espinosa. Espinosa won the first one, took the first one, missed it. This time it was a handball by Tessman, who was leaping to block a half volley. And this time it is Alanis who puts home the penalty. And it's 1-0 San Jose. As you said, Kyle, 1-0 all day long. As Brighton goal has been disallowed for VAR, handball. Well, the irony in that, the goal has been disallowed for handball, and in this one a goal is given because of a handball as that penalty by San Jose is dispatched. But now FC Dallas, who I think had the better of the first 10 minutes, now, I've got to admit, have been a little bit quiet on the offensive front since their quick start, and they are yet to trouble Marcinkovsky since the opening couple of minutes, and now San Jose seem to be riding with the momentum at the moment. They're very good in possession in this first half since the opening couple of minutes, and they're passing it around well as Marie on the left hand side, hits it with his right foot forward, but it is deflecting. It'll be a throw into San Jose, who now have the lead in this game. And as Chicken Dude's crew said in the chat, it's most certainly a goal for San Jose Earthquakes. And with 10 minutes to go in the half, they are the team in the lead. And it's a big, powerful clearance by the Dallas defenders. Acosta will go all the way back to his keeper. And I tell you what, the keeper did not look ready for that, Maura. It was an outside of the foot pass back to the goalkeeper. And he just looked a little bit out of position on that occasion as the ball's picked up in the midfield by Dallas, by Tessman, the unfortunate man who gave away the penalty. Not Tessman, sorry, it was Vargas. I apologise for getting them two mixed up. And good shielding in the midfield by Dallas. A nice feisty midfield battle between the two, I've got to admit. And they're trying to pass it through. It's Jar again, dropping deep. This time it's Vargas. He goes to chip it over the top to O'Brien. Touch on the left. It's free. It's cut inside. It's slotted past the keeper. It's cleared off the line. I don't believe it. What a block. I was ready to change the score. I was ready to change the score as Hollingshead cut in from the right onto his left, slotted it past the keeper. I'm there, I'm leaping to the keyboard, and that is a sensational bit of defending. Oh my lord, what a fantastic defensive performance there, and I think it's from, oh my god, I can't even see, I think it's from Fierro, the winger. I'm just trying to check, and it's an unbelievable clearance from Fierro off the line. That is magical from the winger. I thought he'd crossed the line, no ends up, and he leaps with a tackle to clear it off the line. That is absolutely sensational from the winger. Does not give up when Hollingshead passes it past the keeper. It looks destined to ripple the back of the net. And Fierro leaps and clears it off the line. That is absolutely heroic from the winger. And I thought for no ends that was going in. And even with his clearance, I thought he'd crossed the line. But the referee doesn't buzz the watch, I guess. And the game continues. And that is absolutely unbelievable defending from Fierro, who is a winger by trade in this. This is how he lined up to begin this game. Absolutely unbelievable. I was ready to tell you it was a goal. I was genuinely ready to tell you it was a goal. As Kyle puts, I thought that was in. Brilliant defending, shocked and speechless. I can't believe it. What a heroic bit of defending by Fierro. Time stood still. I thought it was in. And then I looked to my right and they cleared it and I couldn't believe it. As the long ball is overhit by Dallas. And San Jose, Kyle, have you given him a 4-leaf clover? Because they are on some luck today. The mistake earlier in the game not punished. The 2 penalties and now Fierro with that magical block. As Ken P says, heads up defending. Absolutely unbelievable from Fierro, and he deserves all the plaudits for that block. That is absolutely sensational from the winger, and I think he's the one actually picking up the ball right now, and he's made a difference in the defensive third. Maybe he can make one in the offensive as well. There's a lovely bit of football between the midfield. Ewell involved as well with some nice 1-2s, and now they'll switch it to the left-hand side. The ball will find the centre-back Alanis. Be interesting to see if he uses Marie. As Armando Garcia, hello my friend, he says, how are y'all watching? I'm watching on a website called Premier Sports in their free sports player. They have a free sports section, especially for us in the UK. I'm not sure about globally, but Premier Sports, they have a free sports player section, so you can watch this game free of charge, Armando, if you want to. And I would definitely stick it on, because what an incredible first half this has been. The ball's out on the right hand side. Thompson provides the overlap. It's cut back again. It's crossed into the middle of the box. It's over the head of Cowell. And it'll be cleared. Desperate defending at the back from Hollingshead, who must have thought he'd made it 1-1 a couple of moments ago. He's now doing the defensive part of his job, as it's a nice driven switcher play, but it's cut out well at left back by Nelson. And Maura lofted clearance into the middle of the pitch as kind of a bit of tennis in the middle here. Just long ball to long ball, but Jader O'Brien picks it up on the left. The culprit for giving away the first penalty. He now comes forward into Jara. Lovely 1-2. Jader O'Brien bearing down on goal. Heavy touch. Keeper comes out well. Keeper comes out well and snuffs it. Jader O'Brien in this first half has had everything but the finishing touch. He should have picked a side, but it's that heavy touch that lets the keeper come out and make the save with his legs, and a heroic goalkeeping there of his own by Marcinkovsky. And Jader O'Brien, the lovely 1-2 with Jara, has caused all sort of problems when he's been in behind on the right and left, but his end product has been off tonight, and that for me is why San Jose are in the lead. If O'Brien and Dallas were a little bit more clinical in and around the area, they could definitely have been 1-1 in this game, or if not leading in this game, had they not given away 2 penalties in this one. As it's a lovely switch to Marie. Unfortunately, it's overhit a little bit, but it was a nice idea from San Jose, as I will get to your chats in just a moment. But with 4 minutes to go, this first half has been hectic, exciting, thrilling, fast-paced, everything you want from a thingy. Kyle, we might not have the goals you want, but my lord, have we had the action in this first half. Absolutely unbelievable from both teams. As the ball is drilled into the midfield, it's Tessman who picks it up. Unfortunately, the man who gave away the penalty. Kempe says this game will not end in 1-0. I'd be unbelievably surprised, my friend, if this ends 1-0. With the way that these both two teams have played so far, I just can't see it ending 1-0 at all. I completely agree with you, but there's an overhit long ball, and it's another one where for San Jose, when they're trying these switches of play, if they take a little bit off it, it's probably not a bad ball, it's just overhit, and the defenders can make the clearance. As the ball is back with Maura, I will get to your chats in a minute, don't worry about it, but just with 2.5 minutes to go, I'm going to keep my eyes glued to the action. Gives me something to do over half time. By the way, if you are new, do put your questions in the chat for half time. We've got to fill about 15 minutes. We'll have a cheeky watch-along advert. We all love them. We love the watch-along advert, especially me. And then we'll talk about the game as well and what both teams can do and bring off the bench. But it's a miscommunication by the back, and Vargas will go to cross it, and his cross will be blocked. But a little bit of a mistake from Marie at the back there. And it was able to be pounced on by Vargas. His cross is eventually blocked by Marie. And the ball is on the corner semicircle, dome, whatever you want to call it. Vargas is over to take it. The man who earned it, he's going to be the one to whip it in. All the centre-backs are forward. Bresson, Hedges, Martinez, all in the box. All making a nuisance of themselves. As the ball's ready to be whipped in, right hand in the air for Vargas. Crosses it into the box. It's a low one and it's a decent routine. But unfortunately, it's a little bit lashed at by Jara. It was a low-driven corner to the edge of the box. And it was hit first time by Jara. And unfortunately, he hits it over the crossbar. But with a minute to go, it looks like Earthquakes will have a 1-0 lead heading in to half-time. They're going to go short with their goal kick to Thompson, I think it is, the right back. He drills the ball into midfield. It'll be Lopez who picks it up. Remedy. Nice out to Espinoza. Marie is on the overlap. Doesn't choose to use him this time. He goes deeper and it's nicked very well, and there's a sliding tackle. And it'll be a free kick as Acosta nicked in there ahead of the weakened pass. And it will be a yellow card. I think it was for Remedy or Ewell in the midfield. And for me... Oh, no. Apparently, it was Lopez who's been booked for that one. Yeah, Lopez has been booked for that sliding tackle. He was sold short by the pass. He went to slide in to get there, and unfortunately, he was nicked in by Acosta. And he connected with the foot of Acosta. And he goes down. It's another yellow card. And there will be 4 minutes of additional time in this first half. And I'm not surprised with what I've watched in this first half that there's going to be some added time with the VAR check and kind of the VAR check. Not many injury concerns in the game. But with the 2 penalties and the 1 goal, not surprised to see 4 minutes of additional time in this game. As I will get to all your comments in the half-time interval. As I've just seen, Jacob is back. Hello, Jacob. I hope you found the website. I hope you've been watching this first half, because it's been a very, very good first half, by my standards anyway. Maybe my standards are low, but it's an incredible first half. And this is Marcin Kowski, and he's nearly caught out again by the sliding tackle of Jara. The goalkeeper needs to acknowledge that he's not going to get time on the ball. That is twice in this half. First in the opening 30 seconds. It's nice to see you back, Jacob. I hope you're well. I hope you've watched the first half. We will talk about it soon. With just 3 minutes to go after 4 minutes of additional time. Dallas will wonder how they've not at least got one in this game, and Gonzalez, their manager on the sideline, looks like he is a little bit stunned, arms spread, arguing with the decisions. But it's a lofted ball and a great bit of skill. And the cross is going to come in. It's overhit, but it will find Vargas. And he tries to get the ball back in. But San Jose Earthquakes will take the long road. And I think it's gone out of play. And it'll be a throw-in for Dallas. But a lovely bit of skill from Nelson as he jumps with a man for the ball. And then the ball was bouncing and he slotted it through the fullback's legs. I think it was Thompson on the other side. But great bit of work from Nelson, the left wing-back / left midfielder in this formation. As it's a ball over for Tessman. He's got his arm dragged, but he goes down. Acosta goes down as well. There's men falling all over the place in the box, and it will be a free kick to San Jose in the melee of that. Everybody was dropping to the floor there in that kind of kerfuffle in the box, really. But with a minute and a half to go, San Jose have a free kick deep in their own half, and they'll look to see out this one. As they have it on the right hand side. If Earthquakes are going 2-0, it will be a dagger through Dallas, who have not performed poorly on the day in terms of the way they went forward early on. They've given a good account of themselves, but it's San Jose who have the lead after 2 penalties, with only 1 being converted, as Martinez takes the touch from the long ball and gets it clear with a minute to go. Jader O'Brien comes steaming in, but he can't win the tackle. And I think San Jose are just going to keep the ball, and they're going to try and eke out with what they have at half-time, which is a 1-0 lead over their Dallas opponents. And yeah, they've earned a foul by Acosta, who has to be careful. He's on a yellow card as Acosta in the first half. But with 30 seconds to go, I'm pretty sure that is all we'll see of a San Jose kind of attack in this as this first half ends. But they are playing it out from the back. They go with a long ball over the top into the channel. It's dealt with well, and now here comes Hollingshead, but his ball is dispossessed, and Hollingshead does win it back. It's interesting to see if it's a handball, and the referee does eventually give a handball. Remedy slid in, and it looked like with his arms outstretched that he kind of closed the ball with his arm. And now 10 seconds, we'll see if Dallas have any attacking intent. It's on the right hand side, and it's a poor pass, and that will be all she wrote for the first half. And what an interesting half of football it is. Within 30 seconds, maybe even longer, it was, I know, even shorter, sorry, I think it was maybe within 15 seconds, Marcinkovsky was caught napping on the ball as he was trying to clear it long from the back. Jara nicked in, Jader O'Brien was one-on-one, and he tried to slot it past the keeper, but it was a good save by the leg of Marcinkovsky, who made the original error. And then from that, actually, there was a defender. It was Jungwirth or Alanis, I'm not sure who, but was caught again napping on the ball, and that was nicked in on by Dallas, but they could not finish the chance. Then at the other end, it was San Jose, who had a header cleared off the line earlier in the half. Then a penalty given. Jader O'Brien, the man who had missed the opportunities earlier in the half, came steaming in, put a foot out, and he connected with the ankle of Espinosa, and Espinosa went down, took the following penalty, but it was saved by Maurer. And then Tessman, arming in a natural position. I did see a comment about Tessman earlier. We will talk about it soon, don't get me wrong, but his arming in a natural position, and it was given as a penalty for handball. They slotted it away before Dallas had their final flurry, I would say, and key chance in the first half, where Hollingshead, the ball fell free to him in the box. He cut from his right to his left. Defender is out the game. He slots it past Marcinkovsky, destined to go in. Heroic diving block by Fierro on the line to give San Jose a 1-0 lead at half-time. When I come back, we will talk through your comments. I have seen them, don't worry, I will get to them. As I've seen them to me, right, I will get to them, don't worry about it. It's glad to see the people back. Jacob, I hope you're alright, I'll come back to your comments. Ken as well, I'll talk about Testament, and I will go through what both teams can do in this second half. But this is what's coming up on the channel. as you can see, lots to come up on the channel, including key League One games which are coming up. There hasn't been a confirmed game for next week for the MLS, but I will be back next week doing a game at around the same time, either on a Saturday or a Sunday, because so far they have not disappointed. Bar the first one, forget the first one. We'll pretend it never happened. Kyle knows it was a dead game, but we'll ignore it, as I will get to your comments before we talk through the substitutes for both teams. I've got to go back a little bit to get into it, as Armando asked how we were watching. I answered about the Premier Sports, Free Sports. I hope he's found it. He's not been back in the chat. Maybe he has found it. As Chris puts, it doesn't take much to change Euro 20 and 2021. Drives me mad people saying Euro 2020 when people are in 2021. Stop the laziness. UEFA, take a 0 out and replace it with a 1. I don't get it either. Doesn't matter too much to me. I know they made all the merchandise, but it's merchandise that's a year late. Forget it. It doesn't. I don't know. I just tend to ignore it. I'm just looking forward to it, to be honest with you. And the coverage that we're going to bring, I know I can't confirm everything, but for me, I think that we will cover mostly every game. I won't make any statements that you can hold me to, but I think nearly every game will be covered of the European Championships, and we cannot wait. I can promise you that. And I hope you're still with us. Everyone who's here new today, or if you've been here a long time, Euros cannot wait. As Daz has put, I was at my mate's house before, and he thinks Southgate will not pick Trent for the Euros. He'll take Trent. I can guarantee he'll take Trent Alexander-Arnold. I'm pretty confident he will. But whether he starts or not, depending on the system we play, that's a different thing. You know, I think always like Wan-Bissaka gets a tough rub and never really gets chosen because he wants a wing back rather than a full back. And for me, Wan-Bissaka is definitely a full back. But we'll have to see what we can do. As Ken P says, have to say Tessman is outplaying Yuli at the number 6. I agree. Tessman, unfortunately, besides the unfortunate handball, I think he's been well in the midfield, the 1-2, and he links everything for me. He's that link between the attack and the defence, which has been really key in this game. Besides the handball, I think Tessman has played very well. I've got to admit, the midfielders of San Jose, for me, has not been where they've thrived. I've not seen the best of Remedy, I've not seen the best of Yuli or Lopez. I think for me, the wingers have been very good. I think Espinosa has been good. Cowell, very industrious. For me, he drops very deep to try and create stuff. So then when you need him to be in the box, he's not there. But he does win the ball back well. He tracks back as well. And so far, industrious from every single person. But the fullbacks as well, Thompson and Marie, on the overlaps, causing all sorts of problems. But for me, the best part of San Jose's team has been the wings rather than the midfield. And I think Tessman has played very well, Ken. I agree with you. I think he's played a little bit better. As Jacob, obviously, you said, I'm back. It's nice to see you, Jacob. I hope you're on. He was recording a video. Let us know what video you was recording. Put it in the chat, and we'll see if we can help you with any video content. You know. No, I hope you're doing all right, Jacob, mate. And I hope your video was good, whatever it may be about. If it's about football, if it's about darts, maybe something like that. As I think Daz is calling you sir in the chat. I'm just going to call you Jacob. I hope you don't mind. I'm just going to call you Jacob for now. But it's I hope you're all well, mate. Let us know if you're alright in the chat, and I hope your video went well. And I hope we find out what it's on eventually. As Daz says he has a match tomorrow in the darts. Let us know how you get on, mate. I hope you win the game. I've played a bit of darts in Josh's room from time to time. It's fair to say I am not very good at all. But I give it a good go, and that's all that matters. But yeah, the dart streams have been very good over the last couple of weeks. If you like darts, that's there for you as well. So that's important. But as I say, if you like darts, everyone loves darts on this channel, and they'll be back soon. As Dad says, is there any more friendlies before the Euros? Do you know? There might. I think teams might arrange some. I don't think there's any before the end of the season for domestic. Like, there's no games before the last game of the season. Like, we've got 3 games left. We'll play 2, international break 1 when we come back. That's not going to happen. Nothing like that. So they might arrange friendlies before the tournament if that's allowed by UEFA or FIFA, sorry, or whatever. But I don't know in terms of friendlies. They may arrange a few. As Cal puts, I saw the Vanarama National League table and Dover were bottom with the zeros across the board. I think 15 games in their remaining fixtures were cancelled because they couldn't give fixture dates. if I read that correctly, it doesn't seem fair to Dover and other teams who may need vital points against them to gain pro... Is that true? Really? I genuinely... I might have a look for you, Daz, to be honest with you. I've got the San Jose game here. But let me just have a check for you. If that is true, that's insane, by the way, on that comment. Let me just see if I can have a look on my phone. The National League table, is it, did you say? Let's have a look at the National League table. And let me have a look, mate, on the old Google. As Dover... Oh, crap, yeah. What? That may be the single most bizarrest thing I've ever seen. What in the world is that? Yeah, I'm not sure. That does seem very strange. That's a lot of games. 15 is obviously a lot of games, but with the circumstances surrounding it, I'm not sure on that one, mate. That seems very, very strange in this one. But the world is a bizarre place. Yeah, Kyle, I didn't even know if that was real, but then you've just told me. Yeah, bloody hell. Absolutely unbelievable. Very strange. As let's go back to the MLS for that moment. No one on 0 points apart from, unfortunately, Dallas have a 0 on the score sheet. But they have a whole 45 minutes to turn that around. And the stats in the first half, San Jose with the 8 shots and 4 on target. Dallas with 5 shots, 2 on target. But as I've said, for me, San Jose dominating the possession. 63% to 37%. They have dominated the possession. They play the ball well. And for me, down the wings, they've been the most dynamic of the two teams. Dallas on 3 yellows going into the second half with Tessman, Acosta and Hollingshead all picking up a booking in the first half, whereas Lopez, the only man for San Jose. But with the first half, as Daz has put, who is doing it tomorrow, Kieran? Are you talking about the Ligue 1? I hope it's me. Selfishly, I hope it's me, because I could not wait for the Ligue 1 finale. Because there's a game next week as well in Ligue 1, which I've already eyed up. So if you guys can predict what that is in the chat, go ahead. But there's a game I've already I want to do next week. So hopefully it's me and Josh. Because we've not had a dual watch-along in a while. Maybe we could do a dual watch-along. That would be nice. We've not had one of them in a while because of all the different events and everything. I'm never up for Rowan's A-League. So that's never going to be a duo stream. Last time we did the Bundesliga, one of our teams is playing, so it's just a solo stream. But hopefully we can have 2 people together for the games tomorrow. And wait, Kyle, sorry, did I say you were Daz? Kyle is no more. You are Daz Middleton. Sorry, mate, in the chat. I am so sorry. Ed's gone. I don't have alcohol very often. Maybe it's that. No, it's not. Sorry, Daz. Kyle, oh my God. I nearly did it again. Quick, put the lineups up. Quick. He didn't say a thing. Put the lineups on. As Daz predicts PSG Monaco. It's not Monaco PSG, unfortunately. It's Monaco Lyon, I think, is the game next week. This week it's Lille Lyon. Next week it's Monaco Lyon. 2 games that mean everything to the league and title race. But in the MLS, these 2 games, it is San Jose who are in the lead. But who can they bring off the bench? They've got the experienced Chris Wondolowski, the striker, who I'll be honest, has been in the game for the longest time, but he still remains a threat when he comes on. A proper poacher, as Shea Salinas is also on the bench, another experienced MLS player at 34 years of age in that one. You've got Beeson, Skahan, Vega, Hadji, Rios, Calvillo and Tavares on the bench for Dallas. But the away team, and this is what I will bring to, because I'm pretty sure Ken P put this in the chat when he said it was half time. He wants to know, when will we see Paxton Pomykal, the 21-year-old of FC Dallas? For me, sooner rather than later, in my opinion. He's got to come on. But I don't know if there will be any immediate changes in the first half from FC Dallas. They started the game well, but he will be, a danger man when he comes on. Straight out of Dallas himself, the homegrown hero. Surely he has got to come on at some stage in this game as Paxton Pomykal. But yeah, I would predict 60 or so minutes, but you've also got Riquarte on the bench as well, the Colombian attacking midfielder on there as well. So plenty of chances for change in this FC Dallas team if they want to turn it around. But I think immediately we might not see any Ken. But it depends how happy Gonzalez is with what he saw in that first half. But the other substitutes, I know I didn't get through them, I'll put this back on the screen, is Munjoma, Carrillo, Riquarte, Burgess, Pepe, Pomykal, Elmadkar, Sealy and Miguelaro. There you go, they're the subs on the bench. But for me, they're the ones we're most likely to see, as it's a countdown to the second half, as it's just 2 seconds from being underway in the MLS. And you know what that means. One more watch-along advert for the boys. Yeah, come on. There we go. The second and definitely not final watch-along advert of the day. I hope you all enjoyed it. You see a lot of it when I'm on stream. But no, it's like a nice way to start the halftime talk and end the halftime talk, as we are not long away from the second half. But both teams are searching for a win after Dallas's 0-0 draw with Colorado, and unfortunately San Jose's 2-1 defeat to Houston Dynamo. It does leave them like this. Dallas are currently 9th in the Western Conference, whereas for San Jose, they currently sit, with the win at the moment, I will say with the win, sit 7th in the Western Conference. All Western Conference tie this one. Dallas obviously can be leapfrogged by San Jose, were San Jose to win today. But there was a countdown to the second half, and it might have been a premature one because we're still not underway for the second half. We've got a lovely close-up shot of Nelson warming up, but here comes San Jose. That's who we were waiting for, and they finally make their way out of the dressing room. A penalty from Alanis, the centre-back, the difference in this one. And here we go. We should be underway in just under a couple of minutes' time. As I've just seen in the chat, Daz put, he asked Kyle who he thinks is going to win the Champions League. Kyle says, thanks Kyle, mate. I've had it there. It's alright. As in the chat as well, Daz has put, Kieran, who do you think will win the Champions League final? I think it's Man City. I genuinely do. Like, for some reason, I just think this is the year that Man City will do it. I don't want them to. I'm not a massive Man City fan. I'm not a fan of any of the big six, to be honest with you. But I think if one of them's going to win it, I think it will be Man City. But I would like PSG to get past them, because if Man City defend like they did in the Cup against Chelsea, they'll get torn apart by Kylian Mbappe and PSG. As an early collision sees Thompson on the ground in all sorts of pain. He's breathing. He's right. If I could get my words out. Jungwirth, sorry, that is, that's down riding in pain. And now he is up. The centre half went up for a leaping challenge to head it clear, and just looked a little bit worse for wear in the end. As now it's Thompson, and he tries to get the ball down the line, but just clears it out for a throw-in for Dallas. And Dallas puts, he hopes Spurs beat them tomorrow. I hope Spurs beat Man City too. As Carl puts, he hopes PSG wins. If that other Manchester club win against them, I ain't watching the final. Yeah, I'm with you, mate. Screw Man City. We're all Man City haters. No bias though. No bias. But no, I'd like to see PSG. That'd be quite interesting. See how they would fare in another final, be it either against Chelsea or Real Madrid. That side of the bracket is really strange because I didn't expect either of them two teams to make it this far. But they have, as we are now back for the second half. And just over a minute into the half. As Carl says, I was going to be with you, Daz, about that, but I want City to win. Unbelievable, Daz. As because of the way Spurs treated Mourinho by sacking him. And I tell you what, I will stop because there's an overlapping run by Nelson. He lofts it into the box and it's cleared by Alanis, the goal scorer. And if the score stayed the same, the match winner for San Jose. But it's a good start for Dallas in this first half, piling on the pressure as they did in the opening stages of the first half. Died down a little bit, but it's a lovely lofted ball over the top. And I think Jara tried to take it on the first time volley and drill it across the box, but unfortunately just missed his teammate. As Tessman picks it up. He was beaten to it by Yuri, but he wins it back again. It's good strength, and Tessman is working hard, and he's still got the ball. He's going to try and put it down the byline. It's a little bit short for O'Brien, that one by Tessman. After all his hard work, he makes a lovely sliding tackle, though, and wins the ball back. Tessman definitely in and amongst it in the first couple of moments in this game and this second half. As I can't believe Kyle has said that he wants to... But yeah, I've not had a chance, obviously, to be on stream since Mourinho got sacked. Strange timing before a cup final, but I'll be honest, lads, I'm just very happy to see Ryan Mason have a job because he had his career cut short, heartbreakingly, playing for Hull, and it's good to see him have a future in the game, and hopefully he does, and now he gets to manage a cup final, which, if he wins it, what an unbelievable experience for Ryan Mason, who had such tragedy in his career. Now comes back as a manager and has euphoria not too long after. It's going to be a corner for Dallas. All players lined up and they split off, and it's straight at Marcinkovsky. Marcinkovsky gets two fists to it, and punches the ball away, and it kind of leads to the counter-attack for San Jose as it a drilled ball through, and he's one-on-one, he's got to chip the keeper, it's 2-0, and it's an unbelievable finish from, I think it's Espinosa, who missed the penalty earlier in the game. He now rectifies that by scoring the second for San Jose and putting a dagger through Dallas. It was a beautiful outside of the foot driven pass from Ewell, I think it was, in the midfield, and Espinosa ran onto it. He was one-on-one with the goalkeeper and he delicately chipped it over the top of the keeper, and it is 2-0 to San Jose. And for all Dallas's hard work at the start of this second half, Espinosa, with a cheeky bit of flair, just dinks it over Maura, gets redemption for the penalty save, and gives San Jose a 2-0 lead, and they look on their way to pick up their first victory of the MLS campaign at the second time of asking. It's a brilliant goal for Christian Espinosa, as Tubbs is in the building. Hello, Tubbs. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well, my friend, as Rowan puts big up San Jose as they make it 2-0, and what a game this has been so far. But now it's Dallas. Good intricate football on the edge of the box as it was tried to be prodded through by Hollingshead, but the ball can be cleared, and it's a nice breakaway, but Tessman does incredibly well to track back and give the ball back to the centre-backs, and what a game this has been so far as San Jose made it 2-0. Nice footwork though by Jader O'Brien. He's getting his ankles nibbled at a little bit. The referee doesn't play the advantage, and they try to take a quick free kick, but the referee will call it back to where the foul originally was. But I've got to admit, a deserved lead for San Jose as it was assisted by the striker Cowell. My apologies, as I earlier said it was Yuri. It was not. It was Cowell, the striker, who drove from midfield and outside of the foot, drilled past, split the centre halves, and Espinosa went through one-on-one and he chipped it over the top of the keeper. As Tubb says, FC Dallas suck, like their kit. Brilliant, brilliant. This is how we judge whether teams are good. Beautiful kit, good team. Good team. Nice to see you, Tubbs, mate. I hope you're well as San Jose. And I know you weren't here for the first half. It was a very good first half, but Dallas drill it in. Doesn't even miss the near post. But Vargas, I tell you what, chips it up to himself on the edge of the box and went for the volley. But unfortunately, it was deflected at the first time of asking. As it's nice to see you, Tubbs. I hope you're doing well, right? As Daz asked Rowan, I don't know if he's still in the chat. Rowan kind of comes in fleetingly, so I'm not sure if he's still in the chat, but he has asked if there's an Impact pay-per-view. Not sure you'll get a reply, Daz, I'll be honest with you. You might have to wait till Rowan's on stream and ask him about the Impact pay-per-view. As I'm not quite sure. I'll be honest with you. As the ball is lofted towards the San Jose front line and it's cleared eventually. But Espinosa, that man, who had a brilliant bit of play in the first half to earn the penalty, was unfortunately then stepped up and missed the penalty. But the composure of the winger when he gets drilled through by Cowell, beautiful pass by the way from Cowell, I've got to give credit where credit's due, to have the composure to dink it over the onrushing Maurer is just brilliant quality from Espinosa. And there will be a booking for San Jose here for dissent. It will be Fierro, the man who made the heroic block in the first half. He's the one who's going to be yellow carded as he, bit of gamesmanship, picked up the ball and ran away with it. But he is in the referee's notebook with 7 minutes gone in the second half. And the game for Dallas has got twice as hard within the opening 5 minutes. As ball's picked up by Dallas now, they've got 5 men forward. And Jaden O'Brien tried to do a dummy and it didn't quite work. And it's a lovely bit of skill. It's a nutmeg. I think it was Martinez. But Dallas nicked the ball back and now they're striding forward. Hollingshead picks it up on the left foot. Through ball's Jaden O'Brien. I think he's offside, to be honest with you. And I think the referee on the side says the exact same thing. But Hollingshead, his first pass was blocked. He then tried to through ball O'Brien. And then it looks like the referee's flag has gone up. And rightly so, I think. So I was looking and I was thinking, when is it going to come up? And it never did. But Tubbs in the chat, he's put Bayern lost, Dortmund won, Frankfurt lost, making Dortmund catch up. So I'm not really dandy right now, Daz. But as usual, lovely of you for asking. Yeah, bad week for Tubbs in terms of scores, but I tell you what, Tubbs, I'm having a fantastic day myself. As I say, I won't tell you why. I'll leave it to the MLS. I'll focus on the MLS for now, but I cannot think of any possible reason why I'm having a good day today. No idea. As the ball is played forward by San Jose. It's Fierro on the right-hand side. Does a lovely flick through to Thompson. He drills it. There's no one attacking it in the box. It was not a bad ball by Thompson. I think Cowell was not on the same page as Thompson as that ball was drilled in, and unfortunately it is retrieved by Dallas for a San Jose fan, of course, as it's Marcinkovsky. He goes long with the ball and he'll go long out of play. Thompson tried a nice fancy flick, didn't keep it in, but I appreciate the effort. And wow, Tubbs, wow. Tubbs, man. Tubbs. Where's the ban button? Where's the ban button? I can't ban. Oh, I can back a report. You've been reported, Tubbs. No, I won't report you, but bit harsh, mate. I was having a good day until you said that. That's it. The day's over. I was having a good day, but no. Nice to see you, I would say, but not very nice. Not very nice at all. But let's see how this second half plays out. With 10 minutes gone Cowell with his back to play. Some lovely hold-up play, and he has done well this game as Cowell. And credit to Cowell, it's not always been in front of goal where he's had the most impact. He has really worked hard when dropping deep and winning the ball back, and also bringing others into play, which for me has been his most impressive asset in this game. Not just his finishing ability, as Cowell puts, wrong move that, Tubbs. It is, it's a wrong move, you know. I just try to be friends, and this man's like going for the heart, like within. He was in the chat for 2 minutes. He was in the chat. I've got the power to ban you, Tubbs. I've not. I've really not. I've not got the power for that. But I might just stay silent. I might just not say anything, as I can't. As San Jose have the ball on the edge of the box. As Tubbs puts, I loved Hull when they were in their time in the Prem. Feisty lot they were. Thanks, mate. No, it's been a long time coming since we've been in the Premier League. We're back in the Championship now. We won promotion today, so I'm absolutely buzzing. As of course, you may or may not know, we've got promotion back to the Championship. I'm absolutely buzzing. I'm glad you liked Hull. We've got nice kits. Maybe that might swing you our way, Tubbs. As he's put, Birmingham City won 2-1 against Derby. Neil Etheridge, the pride of the Philippines, picking up the victory for you. As a lovely nutmeg tried to catch out Jungwirth. It didn't in the end. But I'm proud of the Philippines. But at least one result went your way, Tubbs, out of everything. If you want some good news, it looks like Gladbach aren't going to get Europe, so that's a bit of a shame. But besides that, I'm having a good day. As with about an hour gone in the game, I wouldn't be surprised if this is where we see the substitutions. Ken P in the chat talked earlier about whether he's going to see the likes of Pomical. I'm talking maybe about Antonio Riquarte, as the short free kick is won in the midfield by San Jose. It was a contested ball. As Will is in the chat. Hello, Will. You all right, mate? It's nice to see you. I hope your lockdown doesn't last too much longer. I don't know how long you've got left of that, but it is. Of course, it's also draft week. As Cowell picks up the ball in the box, he's dropped past one, he's a shimmy past two, slides it past the keeper, and it's got even worse for FC Dallas. It's 3-0, and Cowell, who I said hasn't had the chances in front of goal today, but everything else has been perfect. He now has the goal to add to it. He picks up the ball on the right-hand side of the box, plays it past one man, body feints past another, glides into the box, and with his left foot, he slots it past the despairing Maurer. And I'm just getting another look at it again. Holds the ball up well, picks the ball up, body feints beautifully, sends the defender with the body feint, and slots it past the keeper with the left foot. It's a beautiful goal. And Will, you asked what was going wrong with FC Dallas. It's got even worse. It's 3-0 to San Jose. And they are running away with this one with an hour played. It's Cowell, the striker, Cade Cowell, who has played incredibly well this game and finally adds a goal to his tally. But Maurer, on the other hand, is down and looks like he's going to have to be substituted. The goalkeeper might have to be substituted. On comes Pomical, Ken. This is the man you wanted to see. Tessman is off. I saw him be replaced. But also, it looks like they're calling for a substitute goalkeeper to have to come on. I'm not sure if maybe it's a broken hand, but the man on loan from Gremio, Felipe Migliolaro, will be... Sorry about the accent. It was a kind of attempt. Migliolaro? I think that's how you say it. I'm trying to sound like I'm from Gremio and how they'd pronounce it, but it looks like he's going to be the one to come on, as it's... I think it's pronounced Megiolaro, but it doesn't sound as good when you say it in a northern accent. He will be replacing Maurer, the keeper. Hedges is off as well. Pomical, Riquarte on. Tessman and Hedges on. So it will probably be a back four now for Dallas. I'll start with a back three. Yeah, Maurer can't continue. And Megiolaro is onto the pitch. As Tubbs said, keeper injured. Yes, he is. So on comes Felipe Miguelaro. As he says, tell Paxton to start warming up. Paxton doesn't have to warm up, Ken. He's on the pitch. He's on the pitch, as is Miguelaro and as is Riquarte as well. So, here comes the 3 substitutions. One forced by the injury to the keeper and the other 2 tactical. As first impact of the game for Pomical as he tries to win a contested header. As Daz has put, Kyle has put, this is such an amazing, exciting match. Need to start watching more MLS. Yeah, definitely. I mean, the last game we watched, remember, the 3-2, that was a good game as well. But this one has been a very good game. And San Jose putting in a very good performance. It's a lovely driving run from the midfield, but it's just that last pass that was a little bit off. Great driving run by Vargas. Interesting to see what will change with this Dallas team as it's a driving run by the wing-back Nelson. Goes to cross it in, it's going to be over the top. But let's see if they can test the new Dallas keeper. I mean, I'll be honest, he's on loan from Gremio. 22 years of age, born on the 8th of February, near my birthday. And it does look like a broken hand. I'm with you, Tubbs. I think maybe he'd broken, I can't remember, what's it called? Euphibia? Something like that. It's been a long time since I did GCSE PE. Or A-level PE. I did both, I still don't remember. But we'll see if they can test that new keeper who goes just by Felipe. So I don't even need the Miguelaro. Just Felipe. As Tubbs says, he thinks he likes A-League more. That's fair. That is fair. Sorry, I've just read your following chat. I cannot. I just read your following chat. As Pomical has a little battle on the left-hand side and he wins the battle and earns a throw-in. As he puts, I think I like A-League more because FC Dallas sucks gigantic balls. And that is why, okay. As Vargas lays the ball off on the edge of the box. It's chipped or attempts to be chipped into the box, but it's not. Radio Ulna. Tibia fibulas on the leg. There you go. Ulna. Radio and Ulna. Yeah, I remember now. Thank you very much, Tubbs. You must have done PE either more recently or you remember more than I do. I do, yeah. No, now it sounds right, yeah. Fibula and tibula are these two. Your femur, that's on your leg as well. I know that. Your femur's your thigh. It's like a PE lesson. It's brilliant. As the ball is slipped through and Jungwirth puts in a leaping tackle and the ball just goes into the thingy. As M.X says, Dallas, the Chivas of the US. And I haven't kept up with the Mexican League. I do know who Chivas is though. But Dallas today definitely getting beat. As it's nice to see you, M.X, in the chat. And the through ball to Jaden O'Brien's over here. We've not seen anything of the new keeper Felipe yet. But hopefully we will. And wow, Tubbs has put FC Dallas looks like the Sheffield Wednesday of the MLS. You've hit Will on two fronts, mate. You've hit Will on two fronts. You've called Wednesday, one of his teams, crap. You've called Dallas, one of his teams, crap. Tubbs is on a killing spree today. And he now tells us he's a physician. Wow, so that is why you know. Well, I know the femur, alright? So, there you go. I know the femur. I know the gastrocnemius. It's brilliant stuff. Honestly, I think this is more thrilling than the watch-along. And I know there's a muscle in your neck called the sternocleidomastoid. There you go, that's one for you. As Tubbs puts Chivas are supposedly good. Well, if they're the Dallas, then they're not very good, I'll be honest, because Dallas have been beaten today, and it's Cowell again who lashes across the box, and it'll come out at the other end, and it'll be a throw-in to Dallas at the other end. But M.X says Chivas are like Dallas, and Dallas today have not been at the races since the opening 10 minutes. They started really, really well, but San Jose have been definitely the more clinical side in the second half. And with 25 minutes to go, requires some level of comeback from the Dallas team. As M.X, thank you, mate, for putting this in the chat. Nice to see you, of course. I'm glad you put in some comments in the chat. I hope you're enjoying the game if you're watching it. Chivas was the most famous team in Mexico. Now it is the most hated because they suck. Fair enough. So Dallas Well, I know obviously the Dallas Cowboys are America's team, like in the global scope. So they were the biggest team, but now they suck, so they're not the biggest team. That makes sense. So if you want a comparison, Dallas are Chivas of the Mexican League. As it's nice to see you, M.X, and here we hopefully Dallas can start their comeback. It's crossed into the box. There's a man that goes down under the challenge of Jung with it. Was Jara who's on the deck. But I don't think they're going to get that decision, to be honest with you. And the game has played on. It's definitely not a foul. As the ball is attempted to be switched to the left-hand side. I'm not sure if they're going to hold it up. And they will, and they'll play it back. As I'm just looking in the chat. Kyle, Tubbs is just trying to cause tension in the chat tonight. What has Kale and Will done to deserve this, Tubbs? Tubbs, his team takes one defeat, and we're all just everyone's going down. If Bayern are getting defeated, he's going to defeat us all morally. And that is the way that Tubbs has decided to wake up this morning. Tubbs woke up and chose lethal. That's what he did this morning. As he's taken out Hull, he's taken out Sheffield. Kyle, but wait till he takes out United. It'll be coming soon enough. But yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying the MLS, Kyle. And I hope people do watch it a little bit more, because as the A-League, I think this has been an eye-opener for a lot of people in terms of the entertainment level of these games. And, you know, we love the big games, don't get me wrong. But, unfortunately for us, fortunately I should say for us, we get to watch these games, and it opens our eyes as well, of course, alongside hopefully the guys in the chat, as a long ball fight San Jose. Not put a lot wrong in the final third today, but that is one that will go and miss, and it was Espinoza trying a cross-field pass. As Will's put, FSG rejected a $3 billion bid from someone trying to purchase LFC. Definitely Jerry Jones. And you know what, genuinely, there's not a lot of people with that much money. Unless like Jeff Bezos, maybe Amazon wants a bit of that Liverpool money, just put every game on Amazon Prime. That'd be quite fun, actually. But there's not a lot of people with $3 billion. And Jerry might be one of them. But I can't believe they rejected a £3 billion bid. Looks like FSG probably not going anywhere, unfortunately for Liverpool fans. As I saw Klopp today moaning about protests. I don't get it myself. I don't know if Will wants to put it in the chat or anything like that. But I don't understand like why he's angry at the fans. But not angry at the fans, but you know, angry that they're voicing their frustrations. Maybe some teams have got it a little bit wrong, but you never know. As the ball's whipped into the back post, Nelson will clash with Cowley. Again, the striker makeshift right back at the moment. Unbelievable. As the corner will be taken quickly, it's drilled into the box, and it's not the greatest clearance from Jung with it. It's a bit nervy defending from San Jose, but they do get it away. And it does look like the ball is coming back their way. It might just be waves of attack in terms of Dallas for the next couple of games. But we do have a question in the chat, and I will see it. I do see it. It's from M.X. Who do you guys think will be the CONCACAF champions? If you guys don't know the teams left in the CONCACAF Cup or CONCACAF like Champions League, it is Atlanta v Philadelphia Union, Toronto FC v Cruz Azul, Columbus Crew v Monterrey, and Portland v Club America. I'm going to guess Monterrey. Monterrey Rayados will be my opinion. M.X, mate. I hope you let me know what you think in the chat, but I'm going to guess Monterrey will go on and win the whole thing. I watched Atlanta last week, draw 0-0 with Orlando. Wasn't too impressive, as Tubbs has gone with Cruz Azul. He thinks one of the other Mexican teams is going to win it. As Darth Lobster puts in the chat, I want to say Portland Timbers, if an MLS team wins it. Depends how they play tonight. They're getting Blanco back for the first leg of Club America game, and he's an MVP type player. He is the Argentinian Blanco, very good player. But I think personally I might go with Monterrey to win it. But realistically, I think a Liga Bancomer MX player will win again. I think, is it 2 teams from thingy left? No, 3. America, Cruz Azul, and Monterrey. But Portland Timbers, to be fair, They have to get past America, Atlanta and Philadelphia, so at least one MLS team's making the semi-finals. But we'll have to see. But I think, everybody has a different opinion. That's what makes it such an interesting thing. If you go to the Champions League, I think everyone has a general consensus. But with the CONCACAF one, I think everyone's on a relatively even playing field, in my opinion. I did watch Atlanta last week. Weren't overly impressive against Orlando, in my opinion, in the 0-0 draw. But there we go. As there's going to be 3 subs in the game. As John Hemmingman says, so I'm live betting. What is your tip? More goals or no more? I meant. It's difficult to say because it's raced into a 3-0 lead. If you'd have asked me this at 1-0, I would have easily said more goals in this one. I'd say 1 more. I think we'll see 1 more goal. It's a dangerous one, but I think we'll see 1 more, John. Not convinced, but I think 1 more. Because Dallas are going to put waves of attack forward, and San Jose may nick one on the counter, or FC Dallas might get one as Nelson drills it into the box. It's Jara. He goes the long way round. He's on the left-hand side. He's going to try to cut in on his right. I feel nervous asking for the live betting. I've got a feeling there will be 1 more. I've just got a feeling. It might not be, but I'm going to guess 1 more as San Jose earn a free kick. I won't be able to tell you which team for. I'd probably favour Dallas getting 1 back. But I hope you're alright, John. As Daz has asked, I think Will is asking any return date for Hendo. As Tubbs has put, by the way, Will, how did Liverpool do today? Against Newcastle, right? A win, I bet. He's mugging Will's being hammered by Tubbs. As a ball is into the box, it's lashed towards the near post, and it's side netting only for Andres Rios, as he's only just entered the game. The 3 people that entered the game, 2 experienced men in Shea Salinas and Chris Wondolowski, and then Andres Rios. The players that came off were Thompson, Lopez and Fierro. So they're the 3 changes, which hopefully will bring another goal. I'd go with 1 more, as John's put, no worries about that, thanks mate. I was going to say, I'm hoping I'm not, like, your life savings depend on my prediction for an MLS game. I hope that's not what it's come down to, but no, he says, if I lose I can afford it, no worries, bet healthy. That's the best thing, my friend. Always do that, but if you'd have asked me this at 1-0, I would have been able to easily tell you there'd have been more goals, because this has been an extremely end-to-end game. But San Jose have been extremely clinical, but there's 2 subs for Dallas. Jara is coming off for Ricardo Pepi, and Munjoma is coming on as well. I can't see if maybe that's for Hollingshead or Nelson. I'm not sure. I'm just waiting for it. It's John Nelson. So Munjoma is on for John Nelson, as it's free kick on the edge. It's a short one played, and they're going to go out to the left. They're going to try and whip the ball, and it's played into the middle. It's a lovely 1-2, and it's a good tackle, to be fair, and it ricochets back off Wondolowski and goes out for a goal kick. As Tubbs put, what? Liverpool drew? WTF, Klopp can't beat Brucey Ball. I'll be honest, I love Steve Bruce just because of the things he did with Hull, so I can't even go for it. As the ball is being drove through the thirds, and he's pulled back a little bit, and the ref will call that one back, and it will be another yellow card in this game. If you're doing booking points, John, you'd have been in for a hell of a lot of money, because I think that makes it about 6 on the day in terms of yellow cards, as that was a cynical foul as he stopped the counter there, and it's definitely a yellow card with 15 minutes to play. But Tubbs supports Bayern and Everton, so if you want to go at Bayern, please do, because they lost today. So just tear them apart. I'm not going to do it on stream. He offended my Hull boys, but he apologised, so I'm all at ease with Tubbs. As Shea Salinas, the man who's just entered the field, is on a yellow card. And Dallas now building up from the back, waiting for options in midfield, as every man seems to be covered by a San Jose shirt. Great ball over the top. It's Munjoma. And it's a terrible cross. It was beautifully taken down by the knee. Oh, sorry, the thigh of Munjoma from the overlap. But then the cross on the left foot sliced and went over the crossbar, which is a massive shame as Marcin Kowski stands over it. As San Jose play out from the back. Hopefully there can be another goal in this one. The ball is drilled into the middle. And it's a terrible mistake. And it was almost David Dunn-esque, if any of you remember that Rabona from the past. And it's a lovely tip for tight in the middle. The ball's out to O'Brien. He's on the edge of the box. He's going to chop it back to Vargas. He's going round the houses again. And there was a real opportunity for Dallas there. And every time they're in and around the area, it's just not come off for FC Dallas. And the ball will go behind for a goal kick. By the way, a brilliant tussle between... I couldn't see who the San Jose player was, but it was Riquarte. Literally had a man hanging off his arm as he tried to drive forward. And he literally had to shove him off like it was a dog attacking his leg. It was absolutely unbelievable. But he did end up getting the through ball through to O'Brien in the end. O'Brien, for all the build-up, fine. Final ball, terrible this evening from him as... Will's put Everton, ouch. Last time Everton won a trophy, the Dallas Cowboys were Super Bowl champions. And that is a long time because they've not made the playoffs in a long time. So just in case you didn't know that, Tubbs, I don't know if you watch much American football, but that is a long time. As Johnny put, I've been doing live betting all day long and have not played for over 10 years. So I do actually just like to bet. That's bet here. And there are my gut feeling. Yeah, sometimes you get a gut feeling like a team's going to win, or... You know, sometimes when, like I said the other day that Adam Shalai was going to score for Mainz. I didn't put a bet on it. I should have done because he bloody scored. But I understand what you mean with gut feeling. As Jungwirth doing some great hold-up play in the midfield for the centre-back and earns a free kick. But he says, I'm up 100 to over 1,000 today, so no complaints. Well, hopefully I've not cost you anything. It's one of them where I'd go gut feeling and say one more goal. But it's congratulations for how much you're up as Dallas are coming through the middle now, and this is where they're dangerous. They've passed one, skip past two, it's a great save, but the rebound falls to the Dallas forward, and it is 3-1. There's the goal I said was coming. I knew it was. And it's 3-1 to Dallas. I thought the original shot was going to go in, but it was Pepe on the rebound who slotted it home. It's a brilliant save by Marcin Kowski with his legs before Pepe slots home the rebound into an empty net, and it's 3-1 FC Dallas with 10 minutes to go. I've got to admit, I thought Riquarte was going to go through. He was through one-on-one with the keeper. He went to slot it to the keeper's left. The keeper made a good save with his foot, but it fell into the path of Pepe. And it's 3-1 to San Jose. And if we see a comeback, this is going to be unbelievable. But there's the goal, John. I knew it were coming. I said it were coming. I believed it. As what a game we've got. And they've given it away again of San Jose. And the substitutes making all the difference. It was Andres Riquarte who picked it up on the edge of the box. Dribbled out to the left, took it past one or two, went to slot it past the keeper. Good save by the keeper, not going to lie, by Marcin Kowski. But Pepe was there, and it's another long ball attempted by Dallas. But this time it won't, as people says, here comes a comeback. As Tubbs said, he's got no idea who scored. You're telling me you do not know Ricardo Pepe. That is terrible from you, Tubbs. As if San Jose can get one, this game will be dead after that. And they will earn a free kick, but with 10 minutes to go, Dallas have a lifeline in this fixture. And there will be a substitution. Coming off will be Marie, the left back. Couldn't recreate his lovely goal he scored against Houston Dynamo in the defeat, but he is going to be replaced by Judson Silva Tavares. I'm just going to call him Judson. Just going to call him Judson. Like the keeper, Felipe Miguelaro. I'm just going to call him Felipe. As Judson takes the field with 10 minutes to go. That's one back for Dallas. 2 more needed to rescue a point. And a Herculeic effort needed from the Dallas boys. As the ball is played out to the left-hand side. Chipped into the middle. As he puts, you are a magician. I had 3.65 odds on that one. Did you put it on? Did you believe in the one more goal? As Cowell picks, if you believed in it, I'm well happy for you. As Cowell gets the ball nicked from him on the edge of the box. It's a lovely spin in the midfield. I think that's by Riquarte again. As Erkin Taylor puts the next goal, San Jose. So if San Jose do score, it'll be there. He believes they're the one with the next goal. As Cowell's on the right, he drills it into the box. And I tell you what, you were almost right. Because Felipe went to collect the ball. It was a simple enough cross, and he almost drops it behind him into the net. As Los Arias shows put key minute. I'm not Spanish, boys. I'll be honest. I've not got a Spanish bone in my body. I don't even like tapas. Anyway, Munjoma is on the left hand side, and he whips it into the box. The header is cleared, and there's a lot of tired legs out there at the moment in this one. As San Jose are trying to pass it back, but hello Erkin, hello Los Arias, and hello John. Let me know, John, if you did put that bet on, because I hope you did, and I hope you won, because we did get that one goal that we wanted. Or I wanted. As Marcinkovsky goes for the big switch, and it's collected nicely, the ball into the midfield is a good one, and it will be a free kick because of the follow-up challenge on the left-hand side. As the ball is switched on the right-hand side, this time it's Judson, and the ball is to Cowell. Cowell's cross is blocked, and Rowan put FF. What Rowan? What we FSing at? What happened? Did I miss something? I'm confused. Are you laughing at Tubbs, who they all look like floating blood packs in that white kit? As Hadji comes on for Cowell will be replaced. Rowan, you're going to have to tell me the context of your FS. I'm really confused. As John puts, yes, he put it on. Go on, John. And as you said, it's not over yet. I've seen games like that end up 3-4. It's not the first time. Anything may happen. And you're right. It might. I don't think so. I don't trust me. But I think this might be how it ends. But I hope I'm wrong. As the ball is drilled into the box, it's at the back stick. It's headed clear, headed back in. And it's a bit of head tennis at the end of the box. And then it is eventually back in San Jose's favour. As Tubbs is more shocked at the fact I don't like tapas. Right, hear me out. I like something called a tapas takeaway, right? Which is not where you order a pizza or a kebab. You order a bunch of sides, like a side of doner meat, a side of popcorn chicken, a side of chips. That's my type of tapas. I love a tapas takeaway, which is something I like to believe I invented. Don't think I did. But that's what I'm after. In terms of like a tapas kind of thing, I've had one before. Didn't blow me away. But then again, I wasn't blown away by Nando's. So, I'm not even a fussy eater. It's just, I'm just not a tapas guy. As the ball's played on the right-hand side. As John, as you said, anything may happen. It's a lovely spin in the midfield, but a nice attempt at a disguised pass by Remedy is snuffed out in the midfield as it's finished 1-0 Sheffield United, which is a poor result as Wondolowski on the edge of the box cuts onto his left and he goes to bend it and he knows he should be doing better. He's infuriated with himself with that poor left-footed shot that is wayward over the crossbar. And with 5 minutes to go, are we in for a grandstand finish? If you are new, please make sure to like and comment. With 5 minutes to go, I'm hoping we can see to it and subscribe if you are new. We're going to have one of these every single week on this channel, minimum. We cover every single league in Europe. So if you are new in this chat, 25 you new, it's nice to see absolutely everybody enjoying this game, which I've got to admit has been a fantastic game all around. Besides Tubbs tearing everyone's team apart, don't say what team you support, Tubbs will tear them apart in a minute. So as long as you don't do that, you should be alright. As Dallas win the ball back, it's got to be now or never for them with 5 minutes to go, and they need 2 goals to come out of San Jose with a point. Munjoma provided a nice overlap on the left. It was ignored originally by Acosta, and they're just gonna slow it down a little bit. But they're playing with it on the edge of the box. It's some nice interlinking play, but the lofted ball over the top is poor by Dallas, I've got to admit. And I think they've just got to calm it down. I know time is running out, but they're rushing it in the final third, and it's it's leaning into mistakes. That's what's happening. They're rushing it, and that's causing mistakes, not becoming mistakes, causing mistakes. As the ball's hit long, Wondolowski tries to pick up the pace, but the ball is given back to Felipe, and I think it will be a free kick. I think Wondolowski's given a little bit of extras there, and he's writhing in pain. As it's Martinez who ends up on the floor. And Wondolowski picks up the yellow. As I say, booking points. Unbelievable level of booking points tonight for this game. As John's put, I had a friend bet 6 games and big odds, and the potential win was, oh my god. The last game was 3-1, like this one, and ended up 3-4, and he lost. I never laughed so hard in my life. Not in a bad way, no, but when he thought he had it won as well, that'd be heartbreaking. I can't even deal. I think I'd just retire. I'd have cashed out because I'm a wimp, but I think I would have just cried for a long time. As John says he's subscribed. Thank you very much, mate. We cover pretty much everything, so if you ever want a live bet on the games, ask the host how the game's going, and they'll give you the best they can. Not as accurate as me, though. He predicted 1 more goal, and that's what you've got, but you'll get something to that. As he's going to check the monitor. Wondolowski could be in a little bit more trouble here. The ref is at the monitor. I'm not sure what the ref's seeing here as the ball is played back. Wondolowski just kind of stands on the ankle. I don't think that's intentional myself. The ball is played back to the keeper and Wondolowski just stands on the ankle. I don't think it's intentional myself. The ref's coming back out. I'm not convinced this is going to be... I think this should stay a yellow. I don't even think he's looking at the ankle of Martinez. He's calling Wondolowski over. No yellow. Wondolowski's off. He's been sent off. San Jose are down to 10. I think that's harsh. I think that's really harsh. I don't think he means that. Yes, it's a sore tackle. It's it's on the ankle. It looks extremely dangerous. But I don't think he even means to do that. Let me know in the chat. But I think that's extremely harsh. The ref's gone to VAR and sent off Chris Wondolowski. Dallas are against 10. And as Will said earlier, is it Dallas Istanbul? It could definitely be. As M.X in the chat alone, again, my friend, it's good to have you back. I saw your thing earlier. As it's not over yet. Yesterday it was Mazatlan 0, Santos 1. Then Mazatlan 3-1 up. And then Mazatlan 4-3 to Santos in the last minute. What an insane game that sounds like. We might have to do Mexican League at some point. That may be something we'll branch out to in the future. I won't make any promises. But we like to cover as many leagues as possible. And I'm just looking back at this Wondolowski challenge. I don't think he sees him. Like, I don't think he's staring at his ankle, trying to step on it. Look, it is a nasty tackle. It looks terrible. But for me, I don't think he's that. There's no intent there for me. That's my only qualm with it, really. Let me know what you think in the chat. As there is 6 minutes left, as Ken put the ref lost me in the first half. Ken, do you think that was a red? I don't, personally. I've looked at that challenge and I don't think so. As 6 minutes of additional time in this game, as John put, He could unfortunately not cash out. He needed all 6 games correct and was no system play. At that time, like 20 years ago, oh, my bad. Sorry, mate. I got that. Okay, no worries. So he couldn't cash out, unfortunately. That's unfortunate. As M.X puts, yeah, it was a good game. If Dallas plays with everything, they can tie. A lot can happen in 15 to 10 minutes. They don't have 15 to 10 minutes, unfortunately. They've only got 6 of added time, and it's a lovely touch, I've got to admit, by Rios on the edge of the box. He did really well to take that long ball down. And the ball is out with the left. I think San Jose are just going to try and keep the ball, but a nice bit of play by them. As Ken says, no red. I agree, I don't think it was a red. I think it's a bit harsh. Dallas win the throw-in. They've got to go with every man forward, as it's a cynical foul by Espinoza. Throws the ball into the air. I'm surprised he's not picked up a yellow for that. With the way this ref's going at the moment. And the ball is whipped out to the to the middle of the park where Vargas is now situated. He drives through the middle. It's a 1-2 attempt, and the substitute Judson is coming away with it. He's got a man to his left who he finds, and Judson's making an onrushing thingy. He goes for the switch. The switch finds Badji, cuts to the right, and he's eventually Hadji. Sorry, not Badji, Hadji. But it's eventually seen with, and the ball is out for a throw-in to San Jose, who look like they may just seek this one out. And Kyle is watching the game, of course, and Kyle put his opinion. He's put, I can see why it's a red if he was looking at the player. But it's not a red, in my opinion. Harsh, accidental. Yeah, that's it. It was accidental for me. He was trying to, put a little bit of pressure on as he was passing it back to the keeper, force him into a mistake. And it's just unfortunate that his foot was planted on top of Martinez's ankles, and now there's going to be another foul given, this time against Pomical, who is forced into a foul on Remedy, who is down in the corner, and they will eke every last second out of this. And M.X, I know he was negotiating the chat between the Mazatlan and Santos and Leon, and hopefully we've cleared that same thing up. As Willers put, I think a yellow was probably fair, to be honest, lad. Liverpool should have scored like 15 goals. Oh, sorry, have I missed something? I've definitely missed something. I'm so confused. By the way, who are the players you would really want the Vikings to select, Kieran, in the first 2 rounds? An offensive lineman, got to be, for me, if you're asking me right now. An offensive lineman. The thing is, we might have painted ourselves into a corner, but with Darasaur, Slater, Vera Tucker, all possibly on the board. That's who I'm going with. In the second round, I think, I'll be honest, I'd like to double down on offensive line, if I'm being 100% honest. But if we don't double down on offensive line, I'd like to take an edge rusher, because I think we need one more. As Munjoma was, I think, offside there. But that's my comments in the chat, Will. Sorry, I missed them originally. Offensive line and defensive edge. First 2 rounds. We only have 1 pick. That's your problem. So, if we can get back in the second round, that'd be great. As Ken P puts, Vikings, go Rams. Wow. So we have a Rams fan in the chat. We've got Will, a Cowboys fan. All good. Rams finally got rid of Jared Goff, and you got Matthew Stafford. You must be excited, Ken, for that one. As M.X has put, Mazatlan did the same they did with Leon, with Jolos of Tijuana from 0-1 to 3-1. In an absolutely mental match, in mental matches, it sounds like. As John has put, I'm not used to this since I've been away 10 years from it, but I have to say you're doing a good job, and I can imagine some of the games in my game. Good job. Oh, thank you very much. That means genuinely so much to us on this channel. This is what we try and provide, because some guys can't get access to the game, or they want to feel for how the game's going, and they're not always accessible. But I really appreciate that, John, and you deserve every single one of your winnings, mate, because it's been 10 years, and you're winning tonight. As the ball's dropped deep, and the ball's drilled back across the San Jose box, and Hadji with a lovely flick over the top of the defender Martinez, and Hadji is away. He passes it into the midfield to Rios. Rios switches it one more to Espinoza. Can he double his goal tally for the day? Cuts in on his left. Keeper's on the floor. Keeper saves with his chest. And Dallas escape with only being 3-1 down. There's 40 seconds to go. Massively appreciated what you said in the chat, John. It means the world, mate. Honestly, it means the world, and I'm happy that your bets are doing well, my friend. As Tubbs has gone Chicago Bears for me, I know, it's like rooting for Hulls. Are you yeah, because you make the playoffs. We didn't even need to make the playoffs. Thank you very much. So don't give me that, Tubbs. The Chicago Bears made the playoffs. We didn't need playoffs. Automatic is what we do. As you try and rattle me once more in the chat, and I've completely bit on that one. Is this game with 5 seconds to go, it looks like San Jose, with 10 men, are going to survive an almighty Dallas scare at home tonight. And 5 seconds over the time. Any minute now, the ref will blow his whistle as the ball is wide to Hadji. It'll be a Dallas throw-in. And the referee puts the whistle to his lips. And it's game over in San Jose. San Jose led in the first half after missing the original penalty. Their second penalty of the game for handball was put away by Alanis, the centre-back. The second goal was Espinoza early in the second half, was drilled through by Callaway, and a delicate chip over the top of Maura puts San Jose 2-0 up. They made it 3 with the man Cowley slotting it past Maura with his left foot into the bottom corner. Maura then had to go off with a hand injury or an arm injury, which meant Felipe came on. Dallas got one back to get San Jose fans twitching a little bit, but it wasn't enough before Wondolowski was sent off for a real unfortunate circumstance, in my opinion. But thank you everyone for joining me today. I'll just get through your comments in the chat before we play the watch-along advert one more time, and that will be it from me tonight. And what a game we watched. End-to-end stuff in the MLS, and we will be back next week. But I'll get to the chat just for one more time. As Will says, I remember you don't have a second rounder. Do you have 2 or 3 third round picks? I think it's 2 in the third, 4 in the fourth. Or 3, it might be 3 in the third, 4 in the fourth, I think is what we've got. Or 2 in the third and 4 in the fourth. I know we've got 4 fourths. That's all I'll tell you. As Tubbs, don't want to see you back in this chat again. As Ken puts, he enjoyed my first watch along. Thank you very much. There's so much more to come. You'll see it all on the advert in just a minute. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. It's been fun for me as well. As Carl puts, you might want to teach Tubbs some manners. Yeah, Tubbs needs to go in timeout. I'm not the only moderator in here, Kyle. Get him out. As Daz has put, Kieran, will there be any Premier League watch-alongs coming up? Maybe next week, mate. We've not filed out, smoothed everything out for next week. We're not sure. We know there'll be a League one next week, and we'll know there'll be a Scottish Premier League. We might fidget some Premier League in there, but there will be Champions League featuring Premier League teams in midweek. As M.Expert, what do you guys think of Chicharito with LA Galaxy? With just 2 goals he scored, is he coming back up on now? He was brilliant in that first game. I've got to admit, the one chance he got, he took left foot under the keeper. Watch Chicharito this year. I hope he's back to his best. Tough team as well. Daz says Buffalo Bills. Big fan. As Carlos puts, cheers, Kieran L in chat. Have a good night and see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow, my friend. Everybody have a good night. No to Chicharito. Ken doesn't think he's back. As M.X is asking why, and Ken said he's overpaid and overrated. I think he has been good in his first game. If he can keep it up and put the chances away, he might be a key figure to LA Galaxy. I think there is still legs in him, Ken, but we'll see in the next coming weeks. Played really well in Matchday 1, but it is a one-game wonder. You'll never know. As Tubbs put, yeah, Bears did righty good last season, but sucked most of our lifetime. Opposite, we've been good most of my lifetime. As they're talking about smoking Jay Cutler, I think, in the chat. As John says, I can only say thank you, and for that I can say thank you back to you. It has been an absolute honour. And hopefully, if I get to do LA Galaxy, we'll get to answer if Chicharito is overpaid. I'm really excited to see more of this in the coming weeks. San Jose leapfrog Dallas as they pick up their first victory of the season. Dallas remain winless in their MLS campaign. Let's see what's coming up on the channel before I leave it. Coming up is Lyon v Lille. That is tomorrow. We're not sure who's there, but it's a key race in Ligue 1 at the moment. It's Real Madrid v Chelsea in the Champions League. And also in the Champions League is PSG Man City. Let's see who can make the final this time around. And then it's also Europa League action. Man United, Roma, Villarreal, Arsenal, Unai Emery back against his former team. And it's the same with Mkhitaryan, back against his former team. And the old firm is back on the 2nd of May, about the 5th of the season. It's finally back. But thank you all for joining me. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Tubbs. Thank you, John. Thanks, Kyle. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Daz. Thanks. Well, no, I'm not thanking Tubbs. Tubbs, get out of here. You're not getting a thank you. Thanks, Will, for coming as well. M.X, thank you very much. Sports Corner, thank you, bro, for the live. It was fun. I hope you can join us every single week with more MLS action. But that'll be all from me. I hopefully will see you tomorrow. But if I don't, I will see you very soon. Have a lovely evening. What a game we witnessed. San Jose pick up their first win of the season. Bye-bye.